to leave your license plate on the car.
The weather's still horrendous. It's 5 a.m.
Hello there! Oh my God, it's coming.
Go!
Uploaded on July 29th, 2024. This incident once again came from the YouTube channel Jordan and Liz, who had previously appeared for another intense outdoor moment. This time, their van life trip brought them into Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming, where a simple day of hiking quickly turned into something far more alarming. The morning started calmly, with the couple waking early and getting ready for 3 scenic hikes. Even though the air was cold, the sky was clear and conditions looked ideal for exploring. Rather than taking the crowded boat shuttle, they chose the 5-mile round trip on foot. The landscape showed Wyoming's classic beauty: tall peaks, thick forests, and quiet mountain lakes. But what began as a peaceful outing soon became one of the most unsettling wildlife encounters they had ever faced. While walking the trail, they met a woman rushing toward them in obvious distress. She told them to turn back immediately, warning that a bear was right behind her.
Go!
Go, bear! Show! Hey, bear!
Go, bear!
Oh my God, it's coming.
Go!
You have the spray? Go, bear! Go! Hey! Go!
I'm sitting right here. Go! It's moving that way. Go ahead, keep going, keep going.
I thought I was walking right towards, like, that's so scary.
So how close did he get to you?
He was literally like where he's standing right there and walking towards us, and he wouldn't stop walking.
The couple had bear spray, but the woman had no protection at all. Jordan stepped forward with the spray ready as Liz searched her pack for a whistle. Moving carefully along the narrow path, they made noise to alert the animal. Even so, the bear kept coming, calm, steady, and unwilling to change course. The tension reached its peak when the animal closed to just a few feet from Jordan. Liz, caught between filming and preparing the whistle, missed the closest moment, but still recorded enough to show how near the bear had been. Only after a sharp whistle blast and Jordan standing his ground did the animal finally move away, climbing into a tree and letting them pass safely. No one was hurt, but the impact of the moment was clear.
So I'm the worst camera person ever because when I saw the bear, I'm saying I'm the worst camera person ever because when I saw the bear, I freaked out. And then I went to get the whistle out of the bag. I was like, I have a whistle in my bag because we were screaming at the bear and it wouldn't go away. And the lady's like, get the whistle. So then I got the whistle and I freaking ruined the shot. So we were hiking and it's like a very narrow trail and some lady turns around and she's coming towards me and she's like, turn around, walk fast, don't run. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, there's a bear coming. I'm like, right now it's coming towards you? And she's like, yeah, it's coming towards us on the trail. Do you have bear spray? Because she didn't have anything. We're like, yeah, we have bear spray. Jordan had bear spray. I had a knife. Not that I'm going to use it because, like, what am I going to do against a bear? So Jordan goes in the front and he has the bear spray, like, ready just in case. And then we're all, like, the 3 of us being like, hey, bear, like, trying to get it to go away. I felt like I was on an episode of Naked and Afraid. And it wouldn't go away. It was literally just walking towards Jordan like if it was a dog who wanted to get pet or something. So I had to get the whistle out of my bag, and while I was doing that, I kind of missed the part where it was closest to Jordan. And then when I blew the whistle and Jordan like kind of walked towards it, it went up into a tree and then we were able to pass. So he was holding the bear spray like this while we were passing.
Later, Liz said it felt like stepping into a survival show, calling it one of the scariest moments of their lives. Even Jordan, who stayed composed, described the standoff as both thrilling and terrifying. Afterward, they tried to calm down with a swim in Jenny Lake, but the stress remained. Liz even felt faint and dizzy, likely from adrenaline, heat, and cold shock. She recovered quickly, and both reflected on how important the bear spray, whistle, and clear thinking had been in keeping them safe. They ended the day shaken but unharmed, reminded of how powerful nature can be. Encounters like this show how unpredictable wildlife behavior really is. The bear showed no aggression, but its steady advance was enough to test anyone's nerves. Having the right tools and knowing how to use them probably made the difference. What would you have done in their place? Hold your ground with spray ready, or back away and risk provoking the animal? Uploaded in 2024, this account comes from Cora and the Explorer, a channel run by Keith and his golden doodle, Cora. This time, their wild camping trip took them into the Dungeongill area of England's Lake District, with plans to camp near Harrison Pike. From the beginning, the conditions were unstable. Strong winds were already pushing through the valley, setting the stage for what would become one of Keith's toughest nights outdoors.
Hello and welcome to K&C Outdoors. I'm Keith and this here is Cora, my golden doodle. This is classed as a miniature one. So we're out today in the Lake District, in my most favourite part of the world, and actually the most favourite part of the Lake District as well, which is Dungeongill. And we're going to be making our way up to Harrison Pike for a wild camp tonight, and we'll have a good time. But it's been quite damp today, which isn't a bad thing really, because I'm trying out some new gear. Sorry, I had a Paramo Velez smock a year or two ago, and I didn't get on with it at all. It leaked a lot through the zips and I wasn't best pleased. But recently I've tried out this Velez jacket and it's been really good. There's a review on my channel, I'll pop a link somewhere. But today, I don't know if I can show you properly from here, I'm trying out these Paramo Velez Cascader waterproof trousers. So we'll see how they go, and I'll pop a separate review on anyway, because this trip isn't about reviews, it's about the beautiful Lake District, a really nice walk and a wild camp. So I'm going to crack on.
At first, the hike felt manageable. Keith had brought new waterproof gear, and it quickly proved how important it was. As they climbed higher, runoff from the hills turned the trail into slick, fast-moving streams.
So where we've just crossed here, and normally it's really straightforward, just stepping across a couple of rocks, but today it was really treacherous. Cora, I had to put a lead on her, which was a good job, because Jessie nearly went taken by the water, pulled her back as she slipped.
At one crossing, the water rose high enough that Cora nearly lost her balance, showing just how dangerous things had become. Farther up, thick fog rolled in, cutting visibility down to only a few feet. The once scenic landscape shifted into a cold, wet, and hostile place. When it was time to make camp, finding shelter was nearly impossible. Every spot was either too exposed to the brutal wind or soaked with water. With daylight running out, Keith chose a sloped patch just below the summit, uneven and far from ideal. The tent went up as the weather worsened. By nightfall, winds roared across the ridges, slamming into the thin fabric, bending the poles and pushing the structure to its limits.
Well, the wind's really getting up now. It's got me a bit concerned. I have no idea how strong they are, but it's really strong. It tends to get battered. But I'm double poled and I've got delta pegs in, so at least delta pegs in the come here, love, in the parts that need to be held well. So hopefully it'll hold up well through the night. These little moments of calm, and then the gusts just start in again. So I've just put my little wind meter out. I don't know if it's showing, but there you go. It's showing at the highest with the gusts 70 miles an hour. But as I say, the double poles, it seems okay. But I'm certainly aware that we might have to bail if it gets any worse. Don't want to, we're quite high up, and it's a long way down. See how the night takes us anyway. But for now, oh jeez, see you soon. Genuinely got me a bit worried now. The wind's unbelievably strong. I'm hoping we don't have to bail because it's a long way down to Langdale. But this is the most worried I've ever been camping. It really is gusting strong now. I'll keep it up to date as we go along, but now it's a worry now, it really is. The weather's still horrendous at 5 a.m.
Gusts reached hurricane force, over 70 miles per hour, making sleep impossible. What followed was a night of pure endurance rather than rest. As Keith said, it was the most worried he had ever been while camping. By morning, the storm eased slightly, but the damage remained. The tent was battered, the ground soaked, and Keith was drained after hours of relentless wind. Taking down camp in the cold, wet dawn, he reflected on how close the night had come to forcing him off the mountain. Though he had camped in bad weather before, the exposed location and violent gusts made this one of the harshest experiences he had ever recorded. Wild camping often depends on preparation, but nature doesn't always allow for control. Even with reinforced poles and specialized gear, conditions like these can turn an adventure into a fight for survival. It raises the question of where the line lies between pushing through and knowing when to turn back. If you were caught in the same storm on an exposed ridge, would you stay like Keith or pack up and risk the long descent in the dark? Kuba, the creator behind Kuba Mystery, is known for venturing into places most people stay away from. On this night, he picked a location so infamous that even locals advised against visiting it after dark. Hidden inside a bamboo grove stood an old, moss-covered well, a place surrounded by stories of tragedy. The tale linked to the well is bleak. Years earlier, a man working in the grove slipped while cutting bamboo. He fell into the well and was fatally impaled before anyone could reach him. Since then, people have reported strange occurrences nearby. Voices heard in the dark, fleeting shapes, and a heavy feeling of being watched.
Sumur yang ada di samping kita, teman-teman, di sini waktunya ada kejadian seseorang bapak-bapak yang meninggal. Dia di sana dia potongkan pohon bambu dan bapak itu terjatuh ke dalam sumur ini, teman-teman. Nah, makanya sumur ini digunakan sumur angker. Makanya sumur ini udah tertanam dengan tanah juga sih, ini nggak dalam lagi, udah dekatin dengan tanah ini di atas kayak gitu. Jadi di sini dulunya, teman-teman, banyak orang mendengarkan kayak gitu. Di situ ada apa nih? Kayak ada petani di sebelah tempat ini, teman-teman, ada petani. Jadi seseorang itu selalu melihat ada suara-suara aneh di sini. Nah, waktu dia datang ke sebuah lokasi pohon bambu ini, jadi orang itu melihat di sini kayak ada yang jalan-jalan gitu, teman-teman. Ada penampakan kayak gitu, dan makanya di saat Kuba mendengarkan cerita kayak gitu, dan Kuba sangat penasaran, teman-teman, untuk Kuba kayak gimana untuk bisa masuk ke tempat ini atau enggak kayak gitu, teman-teman. Nah, jadi pada malam hari ini kita nekat untuk kita saksikan di tempat ini kayak gimana yang sebenarnya, teman-teman.
Despite those warnings, Kuba went ahead and cleared a small area beneath the tall bamboo to set up camp. As daylight faded, a sense of unease set in. It started with faint sounds that could be brushed off, but they kept returning, each one sharper and harder to ignore. Soon, something pale flickered deep in the grove, a quick flash of white between the trees, gone almost instantly.
Tuh. Kalian lihat nggak? Hah? Kalian lihat? Allahu Akbar. Apa mungkin perasaanku gua di depan kayak ada melihat sosok putih gitu, tapi nggak tahu itu apa. Astagfirullahaladzim, la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadar Rasulullah. La haula wa la quwata illa billah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Semua yang ada sosok gaib di sini keluar, nampakkan diri di kameranya. Ayo ke sini, coba kau menghadapiku di sini. Keluar, dimanapun kalian berada, nampaklah wujudlah kamu.
The atmosphere thickened, and the forest no longer felt natural, more like a stage waiting for something unseen. In Indonesian folklore, bamboo groves are often tied to wandering spirits, especially sorrowful female figures linked to unfinished stories. Whether or not Kuba believed that, the timing of what was happening was difficult to dismiss. He tried to continue with his routine, lighting a fire, preparing food, but nothing felt normal. Again, the faint white shape appeared among the trees, closer this time, though never fully visible.
Ngeri banget suara di luar tenda, teman-teman. Allahu Akbar. Takutnya binatang buas datang ke sini. Halo?
Later, strange sounds came from the direction of the well, low, steady, and unsettling, like a wordless warning. Sleep was impossible. The night became less about filming and more about getting through it, as Kuba struggled to keep both the camera and himself steady. By morning, the activity stopped. The heavy feeling lifted with the daylight, but the quiet that followed felt just as intense. Kuba said little at the end, yet it was clear the night had left its mark. Whether it was coincidence or something harder to explain, the events seemed to mirror the local legends tied to the grove. Some would say fear and suggestion shaped the experience, while others might see it as proof the stories were real. Was Kuba only reacting to legends and nerves, or did he truly encounter something still hiding in the shadows of the bamboo? On July 5th, 2025, professional climber Magnus Mitbu took on an extreme experiment for his YouTube channel, known for testing physical limits through outdoor challenges. In the mountains of southwestern Norway, near Stavanger, he drew a straight 20-kilometer line across the map and followed it exactly, no matter what terrain or danger it crossed.
I'm pretty sure this is the top right here. This, by the way, is only 1/3 of the map. I folded it 2 times and we are here. We walked this distance and it's this times 3. So it's pretty hardcore, man. Like, I thought this was going to be way more chill, honestly. And now I need to figure out the easy thing though is that it's pretty much straight north, so it's pretty much this way, straight here. Honestly, when you leave me alone, I'm gonna be pretty terrified, because like we've done a full like 4 or 5 hours of hiking now. This is gonna take much longer than I thought.
Yeah.
Way longer. I don't know. I mean, the straight line is here, but you could easily go around. I don't know. It's just such a short distance to like get wet. I'm just gonna do it in my underwear, I think. Although it's gonna take a while for that to dry up, but putting on the wetsuit takes me about 20 minutes, so.
That line cut directly through a mountain lake. To save time, Magnus chose not to change into protective gear. He stepped into near freezing water wearing minimal clothing.
Oh my God, it's cold. My pee-pee. Again, I need to get warm clothes on real fast. Like, if this was a life or death situation, I would never have done this. Yeah, there's still a lot of water. Ooh. So next time, I'm definitely gonna put on the wetsuit. Even that short distance was like way too cold, and I realized it made a way that, oh my god, this is pretty extreme.
The shock was immediate. His body began to shake as he rushed to warm up on the far shore. Later, he admitted that in a real survival scenario, the choice could have turned out much worse.
If I'm gonna find anywhere to sleep tonight. Okay, this looks like a bit of a jump. Wow, this is amazing. I think I'll have to scramble this. Question is, rope or no rope? I think I'll be fine without. I'll try first to see. Oh, it's so slippery though. Oh, that was a little bit sketchy. I've just gotten started. Like, I thought I was moving fast, but I'm moving really slow. Like, the challenging part is yet to come. Look, snow. This is the first snow I've seen. Just the first little waterfall on the trip. I just filled up my water bottle. And this is the best water I've had ever, I think. This is a good rock for rappelling. I think we'll be fine without rappelling. I think I can go down here though, my butt. I think I'm somewhere here. And I have to keep going that way. I don't know if you see it from here, but that is very steep. I find it really fascinating that no one has probably walked right here. Safer to kick this down now instead of it sliding down. It's crazy how easy that was. If I don't use the rope, it's not gonna take me that long. I just saved so much time doing this without putting the rope on, and it was pretty mellow. It wasn't that bad. I don't know if you see it, but there's two black sheep down there looking at me, wondering what the hell I'm doing. Hello! So, I'm not really sure where I am. I think I am here somewhere. So this is the distance I've covered, and then I have this left. So this way. Okay, I just have to do it.
As rain fell, the line climbed over steep, slick rock. To keep moving, Magnus went upward without using a rope. Every step was careful, but the wet stone offered almost no grip. The decision saved time, but left no room for error. One slip would have ended the challenge instantly.
Everything feels pretty sore today. It looks like I will have to do some climbing here. Making sure that this is solid is pretty important. Oh, this is good. So the Ace Pro 2 is also filming from that angle. This crack looks pretty wet, especially in the beginning. Oh, so slimy. Yeah, no, that might work a little bit. Better than nothing. This one is not that great, but it's just as a backup. Okay. Whew. This probably took me an hour in total, and I've moved 0 meters, or 1 meter maybe in distance. Now I just need to keep going that way. I still have to rappel down though, so now I'm just gonna tie the rope up here, rappel down, get all my stuff, climb back up, and then continue. I also have to get the camera that I put down there. I just realized why it feels so much further, and I feel so stupid. It's so obvious now why it's not 20k. Now, that's because of the elevation, you know? In a straight line, it would be 20k, but I'm not able to fly. So I have to go up and down and up and down. So my guess is that it's gonna be more like 25, 30k Why did I not think of that? Okay, I don't know if you guys see this, but what the hell? Like now I just came to full stop. This is a ledge and there's probably like 200 meters down or something. Like I just walked down from here. I have no idea how I'm gonna get around this. I don't even know where I am. Okay, but this is not good. This is not good at all. This seems pretty dangerous. Problem is I don't know where I am. I mean, I know that I've been walking in a straight line, but I don't really know exactly where I am. Okay, I think I need to go a little bit that way. So I actually went off track for a little bit without noticing it because I haven't had any landmarks to navigate from, but now I'm back on the track. So I hope I'm not gonna jinx it. It's so foggy too, so that makes navigating a lot harder.
On the second day, thick fog swallowed the mountains. Standing near a drop, Magnus struggled to see where he was on the rock face. With no clear landmarks and no one nearby, the isolation became clear. For a moment, moving forward or back felt equally uncertain.
Sun that I've seen so far, oh my god, that is so nice. I just feel it warming just a little bit and it's amazing. I spoke too soon. It's raining harder than ever. So I think I'm up here. Only have a couple kilometers left. Once in a while the sun breaks through the clouds just a little bit and it gives me some hope that it's gonna break through completely, but it never does. It's like a minute later it starts pouring down again. It's been sunny the last half an hour. I don't want to jinx it, but this is amazing. Now I'm about just a kilometer away. I'm expecting to see Marcus pretty soon. Yeah, this is like the best welcome present, having a little bit of sun. It's crazy how the weather is changing so quickly. Like just like 30 minutes ago, it was pouring down and now it's nice. Well, I said that, and then the sun goes down and there's clouds over there. So it looks like it could start raining again. Yeah, I should keep moving. Yeah, I don't know. You should have seen me like 45 minutes ago when I was like all soaked. Hello. Man, did you realize that it was more than 20K? When we measured 20K, that was like in air, you know? But I would go up and down and up and down. And I realized that halfway that this is gonna be way more. But it was harder than I thought it'd be, this, honestly. So we have about, I don't know, 500 meters, kilometer or something that way. And that is the end point. I think this is it. Look at that. Oh my fucking god. This is just incredible. Look at this. Oh my god, what a place. This has been an insane trip. So much harder than I expected.
What unsettled many viewers wasn't just the difficulty, but how often success depended on choices that couldn't be reversed. When endurance replaces caution, how thin is the line between a controlled challenge and an irreversible mistake? On October 19, 2023, deep within the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, a routine outdoor outing took a disturbing turn. The footage comes from Tucker Upper, a YouTube channel known for filming nature and unexpected finds. While testing equipment near an old sandpit lake, Tucker spots an unusual shape below the water. The lake is quiet, unnaturally so, and whatever lies beneath the surface clearly does not belong there.
As I started to walk around the lake, I took a short video on my GoPro. I just wanted to see the clarity of the water later on my computer, and I wasn't planning on even posting this video. I just took it for my own use, and the water was very clear. I started to walk around the rest of the lake to get a better look, and I just basically saw something reflective bouncing the light at the end of the day off the water, and it caught my eye. So I got closer, and yeah, that's when I discovered what I found. So here are all of the events that continued after this. How did a car get in here? Holy shit. You are absolutely kidding me that I just found this. There's no fucking way that somebody just... What? Bro, you're lying. I got it.
At first, it looks like debris, something that sank long ago, but the shape stays defined as the camera holds steady.
No, you guys can see it. It's not really that, Bro, this is crazy.
Then the realization hits. A full-sized car is sitting at the bottom of the lake, not partly submerged, fully underwater. The license plate can be seen. Even more unsettling, the trunk looks open. Tucker stops, knowing this could be more than just abandoned property. Back at home, he studies the footage. The longer he looks, the less it seems like an accident. The following morning, Tucker returns.
It's very difficult to see the car in this lighting. Last night it was crystal clear if you just looked into the lake. Almost like right here how you can see the bottom. I just was looking and saw the car, right? So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna attach the GoPro to a selfie stick, just with duct tape. And then I'm going to, I have the Sub NATO attached to the bottom of my surfboard, right? And I'm gonna just float along, selfie stick in hand, past the car and just film with the selfie stick and try and get some shots. Just see how it works. Not really sure. I've never done anything like this before, but we're out here, so. All right, let's do this.
He lowers a camera into the lake with a makeshift pole. The closer view confirms the details: an open sunroof, loose objects floating inside, and no damage that matches a crash. Police are contacted. Officers follow him through the woods to the lake. An oily sheen now spreads across the surface. The plate is checked. The car had been reported stolen.
Bring it back down, make a U.
Okay.
We're going to bring the other straps over here.
Okay.
We're only going to do one wheel. Wants to go?
Passenger rear.
Yeah. Driver, you're on the driver's side, right?
Right.
Yeah, we're going to do your wheel.
Okay.
All right?
All right, the guy in charge.
Okay.
We're going to hook them straps to this.
Okay.
Okay? Then we're going to pull the strap out. We're going to work backwards.
So somebody, I don't know if it's you or something, you're local.
That was nuts. This is what they use to pull it out. I wonder how much that thing runs per hour. Insanity.
As divers lift the vehicle from the water, the crowd grows silent. Water pours from the frame. For a moment, everyone waits, relieved when nothing else is found inside. Viewers focused on how easily this discovery could have turned into something much darker. If you came across something like this, would you investigate or walk away and never know? On October 16, 2025, solo traveler Kevin Wald recorded a long-anticipated visit to Yellowstone National Park. Known for relaxed truck camping and scenic road trips, his channel usually captures quiet moments on the move. That day was full of excitement and discovery as Kevin explored Yellowstone's well-known sights, everything feeling open, bright, and inviting. When night arrived, the mood slowly shifted.
Oh, you guys, look at this spot. Absolutely beautiful out here. Gotta say, I lucked out again. I don't know, it's not perfect. We are just on the side of the road, but I don't know, it's okay, it's pretty perfect. There's plenty of places to walk to. Let's go check out this trail right here. And back downhill we go. No rattlesnakes, please. I don't think there's rattlesnakes here. There might be. If Alberta has rattlesnakes, then here probably does too. Check out that view. And just a short walk away, truck's like right there. See, just through the trees and down this hill. Turn on some more lights in here, eh? Maybe open a window or two. I gotta get some dinner started because I'm a little hungry. So we have two choices: pork chop or sloppy joes. You know, I haven't had sloppy joe in a long time. Oh wow, that's a little bit of chaos up there. That's a little more chaos falling down. Okay, sloppy joes. No, I know I have one of these because I've been really saving it. I've just never seen a time that I actually wanted to have a sloppy joe. But there is a first for everything. We might need a bigger pan. I have a lot of beef. Note to self, defrost your buns. Also note to self, I forgot to frost my buns. Or defrost my buns. They're already frosty. Just stick them like right here. That might do it. Beef's looking good. Only thing I'd say it's missing is some mushrooms. There we go. Okay, last time I opened this, I swear. Alright, instructions. 1 can of tomato paste. I might not have tomato paste. I have pizza sauce. Is that the same thing? Do I dare try it? No, it'll just taste like pizza. Ah! How could I have been so naive? I would have just made burgers. Well, you know what they say, when all else fails, tacos. Taco burgers to be exact. Oh, this is silly. We'll call this silly tacos. I don't even know what we're eating. Taco on a bun. My expectations are low, as always. You know, better than expected. Okay, we'll have a little fire for a short amount of time. I mean, I think this spot is just asking for it.
Kevin left the crowded areas behind and chose a remote roadside clearing to camp by himself. The forest was still, with no nearby vehicles or lights. Sitting beside a small fire, he tried to relax, but the silence felt unusually heavy, broken only by faint movement in the trees.
I think one thing's for certain. We might get a storm out here tonight. I'm just looking at those clouds back there. Yeah, worries me a little bit. I wonder if someone put this log here for sitting. It's not a bad log for that.
Then a howl cut through the dark. It didn't seem far away. Kevin fell silent, listening as another call followed. The sounds came from different directions. Kevin quietly wondered if it was coyotes or something larger calling out around him.
Do you guys hear that? Right when I said it was quiet. You know what they're doing, right? They spotted me, so they're letting the rest of the pack know where I am, telling them that I'm here right now. This is probably kind of creepy, actually. I don't know, it's been a long weekend. Well, actually, it's been a long week. I drove all the way from, Canada on what was it, 1 week ago. It's been non-stop filming, non-stop talking and everything else. I definitely feel drained right now. I'm also, and I don't know, maybe those wolf sounds were just in my head. Nothing really happened. This fire died down here, maybe. I will say that wood burns forever. Well, guys, after a fun night of listening to wolves and sitting by the fire, I did have a nice time by the fire and everything. It's just, it's a little creepy out there. It's okay. We all get creeped out sometimes, right? But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this one. I got nothing else for you tonight. I'm going to head off to bed.
Mentally worn down, he admitted that the isolation made everything feel closer, louder, and harder to interpret. With no clear answers, he chose caution and ended the night quietly. Most viewers think the sounds were coyotes, but coordinated calls often suggest awareness, not randomness. If they were just animals, there was no real danger. But would you sleep easily, knowing they noticed you first? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.